Hey guys, it is me, Jacqueline. For today's video, I have a book review for Stay by A.L. Jackson. I was sent this book in exchange for an honest review, and I just want to thank Devyn and the author so very much for sending this book my way. This actually came signed, which is really cool. On the inside it says, "Jacqueline, always chase your dreams," and I just really love that. I wasn't expecting it to be signed. If you haven't heard of this book, this is the 5th book, a part of the Bleeding Stars companion series, which is a new adult companion series. I actually read the 4th book, a part of this companion series, last year. I did read and review it. I really did enjoy it, and so I was really excited to pick up this one. This book came out on January 23rd, so you can currently pick it up if you are interested in it. This is going to be a little bit harder to describe since this is sort of a new adult contemporary, and for me, I actually find those to be the hardest books to say a summary for, just because you want to sort of intrigue people yet not give too much away. In this book we follow our two main characters, Ash and Willow, and this book is actually written in first person, but it is duo perspective because we go back and forth between our two main characters. Ash is the male protagonist in this book, and he is sort of this player, sort of arrogant character, but he sort of has a history behind him, and as we progress throughout the book you get to learn that, but he is a musician. He's a part of the group that is really intercourse throughout this series. If you haven't picked this series up, there is sort of a band and he is a member of it, but one night he actually gets beaten up, and our other main character, Willow, finds him on the streets and actually rescues him by calling for help. After he's sort of recovered, he wants to find Willow and actually sort of repay her, and he figures out a way to repay her, and that's where the story takes off. I'm not gonna say anything else just because I feel like that is a really good summary. I really enjoy this book. I actually gave it a 4 to 5 stars, which is a higher rating compared to Wait, which I read last year, and I did really like this book, but I wasn't really in love with these characters and the romance. I did like it, but I didn't love it. I think I gave this a 3.5, but in this book I gave it a 4 because I actually found I really enjoyed these characters more and the romance more. Speaking of characters, let's talk all about them. So, yet again, this book can be read as a standalone, but it is a companion series, so there are going to be other characters that are featured in the other companion novels in this book, and even though I haven't actually read the entire completed series, I definitely need to, but I still get a feeling from these secondary characters, and I really enjoy our secondary characters, and in this book I actually really loved our main characters. For some reason I did connect with these two characters more, and I really appreciated the fact we got to see their relationship grow and build throughout this entire book, since they actually didn't know each other prior to the novel starting, and these characters grew together but they also grew without one another, and I enjoyed seeing that process because both characters have a past, and getting to learn about that past and seeing them sort of struggle and get through it was a really nice touch, and I actually had certain moments where I did like choke up and tear up because I just felt very with these characters. For me, I love my companion series, and so I definitely had to get onto this one just because I have read 2 a part of it and I still have the remaining other 3, and being able to go back and really look in depth to these characters is just a lot of fun for me, especially since I am such a character person. I think everyone knows I love my characters. That's like the key thing in a novel for me. If I don't love the characters, it really does negatively affect my feelings on a book. Even though this is a romance novel, it's not the only relationship we see apparent in it, and that's what I really appreciate because it just feels more real that way. I don't really like books that just feature 2 characters and only those 2 characters, and I don't know, it just seems very closed off and condensed. But in this book we get to see friendship, relationships, and family dynamics, and yet again these 2 characters have histories and we get to see them sort of go through them and have personal relationships with themselves, and being able to see that throughout this book I just really appreciated. Now, the romance for me wasn't actually my favorite part about this book. For some reason I wasn't 100% behind the romance. I do like these characters, I like them together, but I just felt that I needed a little bit more development. Overall though, I do like these 2 characters together, and I love the fact that these 2 characters sort of dealt with things they needed to deal with and in the end got their happy ever after. The final thing I want to talk about is the writing yet again. It is a first person dual POV. It's the same sort of writing style as the other book I have read, a part of this series, and I actually really enjoy it. I think her writing style is really beautiful. The way she can actually form sentences is just very descriptive yet easy to understand, and there are some beautiful quotes in here. In conclusion, this was playful yet emotional, and I really just enjoyed getting to know these characters throughout this story. If you are like me and love your new adult books, I would definitely recommend checking out this one since it is a standalone, or this entire series since it is a companion novel. So that's my review for Stay by A.L. Jackson. If you have picked up this book, let me know down below in the comment sections what you thought of it, or let me know what you thought of my review, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!